What is up, guys? I got you guys with another Mr. Nightmare video. Most disturbing encounters in the woods, man. Let's get right into this video. Hope everybody's having a good
In
day.
2014,
Make sure
a
you
man
like, comment,
named
subscribe,
Ethan
all
and
that.
his wife Danny were spending a weekend together on Vancouver Island, which they had done many times before. The couple has a lot of experience on the island and just camping in general. Vancouver Island provides an optimal camping setting because of its mix of scenic beaches and dense forest.
I would love to
The
go.
couple had many successful camping trips on the island, until something truly terrifying happened to them on their final outing on the islands. Ethan and Danny were far from any roads or civilization, enjoying the solitude. They set up camp on a beach a good distance from anywhere and kept a fire going. To get to the trail leaving the beach was a kilometer along the beach and 2 kilometers to the road through the forest.
Is that the
The couple
view?
had met another camper named Leon from New Zealand, who they ran into earlier that day on the beach. Leon was planning on sleeping in his van, which he parked back up on the road. The couple invited him down to the beach for a fire, and the three shared a bottle of wine, talking amongst themselves around the fire. This is where things started to get a little creepy. The sun was starting to go down by this point, and the trio kept hearing what sounded like female voices from behind them in the bushes, dividing the beach from the forest. It wasn't too dark out yet, though,
Ooh,
so it was
boy,
still
that sounded
possible
weird in my
there were just
ear.
other hikers or campers nearby, or even a group who anchored offshore and the sound was just bouncing in a weird way. All three of them could agree that they were hearing female voices, though. On that note, it was
Hell
getting
nah.
late and a little dark.
Hell no. We going home. Pack the bags. We going home already. Fuck, I don't give a fuck what's going on. I'm not dealing with no fucking haunted shit, especially while going camping. That is dead, bro. We are packing up. We are
Leon
going
said
home.
goodbye
Try it
and
another
set out to
time.
hike back to his car before it was too dark. Ethan and Danny
There we go.
stayed by
Smart.
their campsite and stoked the fire because Danny was starting to get creeped out by the voices,
I would've
which
went home.
continued on into the darkness. It sounded like 2 female voices speaking, but whatever that was being said was unintelligible. It sounded to the couple like the voices were not far beyond the
Join large-scale battles with military vehicles. The online action game War Thunder has received a major
tree line now. They stayed up very late tending to the fire, and only when the voices had finally stopped, they decided to put out the fire and go to sleep in the tent. Before doing so, the two had scanned the cove with a flashlight several times, looking for boats that could have been the source of the talking, but there was nothing in sight. It was around 3 a.m. when they laid down finally, ready to catch
3
some
a.m.
shut-eye. But about 15 minutes after they laid down, Ethan and Danny heard footsteps in the area around their campsite, over by where the fire was.
Should have left.
They came from the direction of the bushes toward the inland behind them, a direction that was not traversable by people. The couple lay there, hoping it was just a bear or any animal, because the only bears on the island are black bears, which usually are very timid around people. The footsteps went from the fire, then over to the tent, then back into the woods. 5 minutes later, the footsteps came back again to the fire, and now, clear as day, there were 2 female voices talking gibberish very loudly. Their communication was not resembling any languages known to Ethan or Danny, and they seemed to be talking over each other, having what could barely be considered to be a conversation at full volume in the
And
dead
you
of
think
night,
that this
very
is
far
normal,
away from
nigga?
civilization,
You think this
without
is
using
actually
lights to
somebody?
navigate through the dense brush.
Nah, bro, you're being
relatively
haunted.
quietly,
There's
in
a ghost
direction
out that
seemed
motherfucker.
impossible to traverse on foot. The 2 voices moved from the fire pit area over to the tent, still talking at a loud volume. They stood over the tent talking for a few seconds, then went completely dead as night silent. They went back into the woods to never be seen or heard again. Ethan and Danny lay there completely frozen and afraid for a long time. They woke up around 11 a.m. the next day because of how late they fell asleep. They packed up first thing and never returned.
Y'all went to
Couple probably
sleep
made the best
still
decision to remain
after that?
quiet in the
Oh
tent,
hell
and
nah,
not drawing
bro. Y'all
attention
can't
to
be
themselves
black.
from whoever
It gotta
or
be. It
whatever
gotta
was
be
outside
white.
the tent.
I just don't see my color doing this. For Utah.
The following
Story
pictures you're
2.
about to see were taken by hikers Kylie Cashwell and John Stone, who both live in Eagle Mountain, Utah, a small town south of Salt Lake City. For the past few years, they had been exploring forests in search of interesting things, and one day they found it. One day Kylie was hiking in Cedar Fort, just 5 miles south of Salt Lake City. While hiking, she found large amounts of animal bones and piles of junk people had dumped. But things started to get strange when she started coming across strange symbols and animal parts scattered throughout the forest.
Yeah.
Some of them in weird formations. On September 15th,
It's been strange when you started seeing animal bones. Was that not a sign for you?
she decided to bring her friend Josh along with her to show him
Man,
in person the unusual
people,
things
man.
she was finding. This time, the two came across something even more disturbing. On the trail, there was a severed deer head and a pentagram
Whoa.
surrounded by deer legs. Which
See,
were
that's some
not there
cult
the
shit.
First time Kylie walked the trail. The sun was going down, and after getting their pictures, they agreed it was time to head back to the car. But the more they walked, they realized they didn't recognize the path they were on. So the two start looking around for anything that could refresh their
Y'all are
memory of
walking.
where
I
they
would have
were.
been running.
But as it got dark out,
I know
they
exactly what
accepted
the fuck
they were
that shit
lost.
means. I'm not dumb,
With
bro.
nothing but their phone flashlights to navigate, they started getting the feeling they were being watched. As they picked up their pace, the two started to hear the trees and bushes moving at least 20 feet to their right, made more concerning by the fact that there was no wind that night. The two started to panic and hurried onto a trail they found, hoping it would take them back to Kylie's car.
Boy,
Just when things couldn't seem to get any worse,
headphones
Kylie
got
and
me
Josh heard
tripping.
a scream so deep and horrific that it sounded neither human nor animal. The two sprinted down the trail, Kylie making a conscious effort not to look back, but Josh did. And Josh claimed to see a large black figure on the trail behind them, too big to be a human. The two made it to the car by some stroke of luck, losing whatever.
They got a
was chasing
video?
them. So they left the forest and went straight home. Upon doing research, Kylie found documents of common cult practices reported in those woods.
Hey, I told you, bro. What does that
Numerous
say, bro?
murders
That's some
and
cult shit.
disappearances that happened in the area throughout the years. Like
I
even
ain't
in
dumb,
the
bro. I
first
know what
story,
cult shit is
Kylie
when I
has
see
not
it.
returned since.
Abandoned bunker.
Deep in the woods in northern Germany, two friends were hiking in an area formerly territory of the German Democratic Republic when they came across these strange periscope-like pipes protruding from the ground. Feeling either brave or foolish, they decided to investigate further. They discovered a doorway hidden behind several bushes,
The
covered
fuck?
by a large wooden lid. What they found hidden beneath the ground is a pretty disturbing piece of history. The doorway led to a huge abandoned army bunker. There were several tunnels leading off in different directions, which intersected a long central corridor. There were so many different directions to go that exploring the place felt like going through a maze to the two friends. They tried not to stray far away from each other in fear of getting lost. That's how big the place was. As they ventured deeper into the structure, they came across German writing on the wall, which translated to "help." Curiosity still got the better of them, and they continued deeper into the bunker.
It's just some graffiti, man. That's all it is. Just some graffiti.
And as
Don't
they
ever
did,
listen to me. It's just some
structure became
graffiti. Keep
more
on
and
going
more
in.
decayed. More writings were found on the walls, this time reading, "Hello Satan, I love you."
Yeah, keep on going
Some of the
in.
rooms and corridors were flooded and smelled like sewage. They made their way into a very large room with a strange machine in the center. It's very possible the previous occupants had fled the bunker in a hurry, as there was a single shoe still stuck in the sludge on the floor. Why wouldn't someone have time to grab one shoe unless they were in a hurry? The structure was believed to be an old military bunker, possibly used for shelter by the Nazis during World War II. But why did the soldiers seemingly leave in such a hurry? And whether they were the ones who had written the warning messages on the walls is unknown.
No, it's not. Hey, man. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. You guys stay safe out there, man. We out.